How you doing, everyone? Here's Nick Douglas coming in a little late. This is Pat the Hat and Nick Douglas's our card for Wednesday. We got a blackout date today, so we're gonna start off with Nick's pick six.
Little anxious here, coming off of yesterday's nice pick six, 234,000.
Wow, that's a good number. 240. I could really use that money.
I could really use the money too. I'm not gonna lie.
So who do you like in the?
Let's kick it off the third race with a single capital account with the Rosario Bell Baffert hookup. Only ran one time out, but you know, very, very impressive with posting a 104 Bayer.
So are you going to be laying off that Garcia Baffert hookup on the number 3 Spaniard?
That is definitely a tough one. It caught my eye, but I'm going with capital account.
Alrighty, I know that Stacy Hope with Espinoza might go 3-4 wide, come in late and, you know, get you on that first leg.
I'm predicting the final furlong of this race, the hand ride, Rosario in the post parade. We'll be having drinks with him.
Alright, terrific. And then who do you have in the 6th?
Let's move on to the 4th here.
Okay, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. I'm pretty excited about that 6th race.
I know you're excited about that pick 4 you got going, but let's stick with the pick 6 for now. We're gonna go with 3 deep in this race. We're going with Minister's Power, California Soldier, and Love the Dragon.
Are we on to the 5th race?
We're on to the 5th race here. The start of the pick 4.
Alright, this is Pat the Hat's pick 4, but we'll go ahead and let Nick follow up with that pick 6.
That pick 6, we're gonna go ahead and single number 3, My Tigers No Sissy, with Rosario and Peter Miller hookup.
Woo! You're singling that race?
Yeah, they're a very, very nice barn. I really like the 18% clip Rosario at Del Mar meet, 21% on the year. I mean, how can you argue with that kind of first race?
I mean, I understand that he's going to be on the lead most of the race, but, you know, I just don't think Rosario holds it. I know he has a very, very steady hand ride, but I'm going to go with RB Hess and Talamo, the hookup. I think what he'll do is he'll come off the pace, sit right behind Miss Gearness Sissy, and I think he'll nab him at the wire, maybe by a nose. I mean, did you see that? He boasted a 70 speed bear, 3 back, and a 32 claimer, winning. Well, he lost by a neck.
Yeah, I did see that, but I mean, how could you ignore that first race by My Tigers No Sissy? The sequence of the pick 6 is very, very, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's sort of easy.
You know, the card that we saw Sunday, I mean, that was very hittable, and for 240.
Oh, come on now, 240, Jesus, that guy walked out with some nice loot.
You could very easily pull yourself out of bankruptcy with that nice pick 6 coming in.
You very, very well could get those creditors off your back.
So what are you playing today? Like, how much money are you thinking?
I'm thinking the pick 6 today is going to pay relatively small. It doesn't look too hard of a sequence to hit, but I'm saying it's probably going to pay around 3 to 8, 10,000.
Those are still nice numbers.
Those are still nice numbers.
That's a small car payment.
That is
or maybe a nice claim on a horse.
We could claim
Put another one in the stable.
That's true.
Okay, so how much money are you going to be putting on this this pick 6?
I think we're going to play it about $120 ticket today. We're going to go 3 singles, 3 deep, 4 deep, and 5 deep. You know, it's going to give us a relatively good chance to make anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 today on the nice Wednesday card at Del Mar.
Hey, you tell me an investment on Wall Street that pays that well.
I haven't seen any investments like that since the 80s.
All right, let's move on to the 7th race. This is the 3rd leg of the pick 4 and the 5th leg of that pick 6. My play is kind of an economy play. Here on Wednesday, I put a lot of money on that pick 6 on Sunday.
I understand how that can be. This Wicker, we're looking at the Wicker 75K, Del Mar mile of turf. This is a very tough race. I mean,
Nick, how have these races been? How have they been playing? I mean, who's been winning the front runners?
I mean, it's really been coming off the pace here at Del Mar. We don't see too many front runners take a race like this, so that leads me to think. I mean, we can just right off the bat, we can cross out a couple of these horses, wouldn't you say?
I mean, that 2-horse Aggie Engineer with Talamo. Patrick Gallagher, he's had a pretty good meet in Del Mar, but that's going to come down significantly this year.
Yeah, I mean, come on, he's hit 2 out of 4. I mean, 2 out of 4, not bad.
And Talamo, he's not a bad rider, but I mean,
He's definitely second tier to the Bajornos, the Rosarios.
and Espinosa. That's not gonna lay Espinosa.
He's got a derby under his belt as well, so we're not gonna go there. But
So let's move on to this second
I think
page.
the 7th race, I'm gonna have to go 5 deep in the pick 6 here. Maybe a small
Did
upset.
you say 5 deep?
I've said 5 deep.
Why not just go all?
I would like to go all, but I just don't have the money.
Okay, okay.
We're gonna try to keep it small for our some of our fans out there that like to keep it below $200 play.
I mean, we do have 37 cards, and I would like to play every single one.
Yeah, I would like to not go broke before the second week of the meet.
Okay, so let's move on to this race. Who do you have in your pick 6?
We're going with the 4A Little Dumanai that we're in.
Let's check out the 7 Red Door Drive with M. Perdoza.
I really like that.
Ooh.
I really like that Baffert. Baffert's gotten off to a slow Del Mar meet. I think he's gonna start picking the pace up here. We're gonna send some winners in the winner's circle, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, that is very tough for me to see, being a huge Bob Baffert backer. Seeing him 6% in Del Mar, this is unheard of.
This is unheard of.
I haven't seen odds like that since the 93
He's
season.
gonna boost that 6% up to 20% by the meet's over.
Okay.
So we'll ride that Baffert horse into the pick 6. So, and also I'm looking at the 8 Riviera Cocktail.
Hey, I wouldn't mind a cocktail.
I
Would you?
do like cocktail.
Had one this morning.
Oh man.
Jeez, look at that. Look at that style. I mean, he's gonna be rolling.
I really saw that
away.
vodka on your breath.
Oh man. Next 2 of us. Economic play. Let's move on to the 8th.
Sounds good, Pat. The hat.
Ooh, a maiden 40,000. These are tough, especially with some of these horses that have never ran before, you know.
This is why you gotta go deep in your pick 6. You gotta hit those singles. And you just might as well pick them out of a hat. It's just, I mean, these horses are just so hard to pick, but
Okay, let's look at the one.
let's talk.
Tahu Yodeler, Equinoza. He did cost me a late pick 3 last week, and it's going to be very difficult for me to ride that jockey. He
I
hasn't been
understand
performing.
Quinozzi. He was riding like unbelievably bad the other day. Yeah, it was just terrible. But I'm gonna go with him again, and we'll see what he can do.
Do you have that one?
I got the 1, and then we got Swiss Hero number 4 with Bejarano.
Wait, back to the 1. I mean, Jeff Bonds, 20% this meet. He's hard to lay off. Second time out, Tahoe Yodeler could be coming late. You just don't know.
That's why I have him in the pick 6 here.
Who else do you have? You said you went pretty deep.
I
on
went
this
4 deep in this car. We go with Swiss Hero, the 4 horse. It's raced twice, but there's some concern here with this Swiss Beauty, wouldn't you say?
The trainer, I mean, he's a 9% trainer in 2010. He did land Bejarano, which is very, very impressive for these maiden. Bejarano doesn't even ride in these maiden races, usually under 40,000.
No, I really like to see Bejarano on the mountain. Makes me very confident. So, and then what do you think about the 5? Call me later with the Talamo Jay Hollendorfer hookup.
You know, that Dorf is very, very impressive up north in Sonoma County. You know, he has some shippers that came down to Southern California. This sire won twice at 2 of this Call Me Later Talamo. You can't throw him out.
You did have to notice he's on the Lasix. Right? That's nice to hear. I hope you could close out our pick 6 for all you guys.
6 early. We'll jump on that pick 4. If we lose that, we'll hit the rolling pick 3, and if we lose that, we'll move on to the late double.
The late double.
I think you should play all these horses maybe 2 to 3 times. But if you're sitting there in the 8th race, you're still in the grandstands, and you're not winning, and you got an extra 10, 12 bucks in your pocket, let's go ahead and do that 10-cent superfecta with the 4 on top. We'll play with the 5-1-3, and I think that will get you right out of the hole to be playing on Thursday's card. They all hit. I mean, you got 50 to 75 grand in your bank account, and you can play the last 28, 29 cards here.
Sounds good. Maybe carried over into Hollywood after, or I don't know. We'll see.
Nice.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
here.
let's just play one card at a time. You know,
Take it slow.
Tomorrow we got another blackout date, which is just it gives us a little more time to handicap and maybe go out to Jimmy O's.
Sounds good. Well, that
Alright.
pretty much sums the picks up, and we'll see you guys for another edition of Nick Douglas
Pat the
and
Hat.
Pat the Hat's picks. Thank you guys.